Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Messages from Venus. This video is for Leo, the second half of the year. Leo, please do check out the readings that I currently have available on my shop. I have 25% off my shop this week. Do listen to your astrologers, and let's get started with the reading. Let's see what the overall energy is for you. Okay, Leo, so I'm going to start off with the overall energy. So the overall energy is you either receiving or giving guidance. This is Odin guidance. I feel like listening skills are going to be performed at their absolute best. Because I feel like you're learning a lot of new tasks or taking on new responsibilities, and this guidance, whether you are guiding or you're allowing other people to guide you, will be the best lesson that you can learn, because with it comes responsibility, with it comes information, with it comes limitation at the same time. Because let me tell you, some people, you can guide them, you guys, and you will, let me tell you, you guys will be guiding people all day long. I don't know if it's the facility that you're going to be working at, or where you do work at. You'll be talking to people all day long and they will not listen not one time. This, my dear friend, is going to test your patience. It is going to test your ability to have self-control. Not because we don't have self-control, not because you don't have self-control, but it's going to teach you even more self-control. I pulled some cards for people to focus on what they should be thankful for the things that they have. And I have move your body. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. Now, we are no longer stagnant. Listen, I keep telling everyone, during the summer season or the summer months, people feel like they're stagnant. You have to push through that energy, because it is retrograde season. Most of the planets will go retrograde during this time of the year. And then, as if it's not enough, Mercury will go, usually or most of the time, if not always, if I'm not mistaken, she goes retrograde every December. So it's best that we're moving our bodies now so that you can rest for the end of the year and do the most that you can now and push through those curtains now and do the exercise. Do even if it's a mental exercise, push yourself forward as much as you can during this time of the year, even though the current is going to be pushing towards you. It's going to be pushing against you and the rest of us. Just keep moving forward. Keep pushing forward. Do not allow the fact that, oh, these energies are retrograding. Oh, this person is back into my life. Oh, I can't do this. I can't do that. Don't let any of the unbalanced train of thoughts get in your way of accomplishing anything and everything you have to accomplish during this half of the year. Now, I see a lot of money, Leo, coming through, whether that is from a savings account that you will be opening in a bank that you were a little reluctant to work with because they have you think that they scam or they take money, or they've taken money from you before or something like that. Give them a second chance until you can get your feet together, and then you can move on to another financial institute. I feel like you are now more emotionally stable than you were during the first half of the year, because you've learned to accept people the way they are, and you've learned to move from one situation to the next. See, you've already learned to move from one situation to the next without it taking apart your life, which is fantastic. I feel like some people or some of you guys will mirror the responsibilities that others have in their life as your responsibility, and that's not what you are suggested that you should be doing. You should take them as an example, or other people's misfortunes, other people's situation as an example, but not for you to take on the responsibility of completing things for them, because that's not what you're here for. I feel like you're going to continue to be a little bit heartbroken or a little disheartened and or disappointed when it comes to situations or matters of the heart. Because there's certain situations and relationships that continue to play along in your memory, in your past, and they will come back from the past to continue to haunt you, to continue to play in your mind, to continue to rebel against what you're actually wanting and what you're actually looking for. Push forward, move yourself and move your body to push forward, because it is not the end. This is not the end. I do feel like some of you guys will be starting new relationships, but it'll be more of like summer flings, winter flings of some sort. You're not taking anyone serious because you are the center of attention. You are paying attention to yourself and yourself only. For those of you that are in relationships, learn to forgive. Forgiveness is the key for healing. Even if you forgive them, but you don't forget, no one's asking you to forget, but you forgive them, it'll give you the ability to then move into a different relationship without so much baggage. Because we essentially move in from one relationship to the next with some sort of baggage or some sort of disconnect or some sort of disappointment weighing heavy in our hearts. However, you do not want to be a burden for the next person in the next relationship. The number 6 and the number 2 and the number 3 is very important. Notice that number 2 can the number 2 is part of the number 3, and the number 3 is part of the number 6. These 3 numbers will follow you, whether it's within 2 months, 3 weeks, 6 months, etc. These 3 numbers are going to be very important. I feel like every time you look at your time or your watch, you're going to be looking at 222s, 333, 666. Make sure that you Google and see what those things, what those frequencies are opening up for you, what those portals actually mean for you. There's a saying that I continue to say to people in most of my videos is flower your life. You are a flower. Flower your life. Flower your life. You have to pay attention to yourself. Leo, you are not the Captain Save-A-Ho. You're not here to save a bunch of hoes. You are here to do the best that you can and to accomplish the most that you can and to live your life limitless in this realm. And I feel like you've put a lot of limitations upon yourself because you're living for other people. You're living to accomplish or complete for other people. Okay? I know it's going to be a heavy burden to have success. It's going to be a lot of work to have success. However, you are the center of attention. You are the center of the universe. Okay? You are the one that keeps things together. So, even though, yes, you have to keep things together, you have to guide other people to be independent, such in the same way that you have become independent for yourself. I feel like there's news traveling also, whether that's from a family member or that's from somebody that you used to know, or someone that you will be living with. There's someone that's going to come into your present from the past that somewhere in the future you're going to be living with, whether that is a roommate, as a roommate. So make sure that you cherish your friends and the people that you are around, because you never know how the universe is going to place them in your future or how they've already placed themselves in the future. I know things can change. The world changes. It changes a lot. However, I feel like that person is going to be your roommate in the future. And you're going to have to take care of that person a lot, because that person is sickly when it comes to their emotions. They're very well off financially. They're very well off in front of society. But when it comes to them internally, they're an absolute disaster. So, one thing, when it comes to relationships and your happiness, listen, you cannot accept or expect someone else to make you or yourself more happy than what you make yourself, okay? You have to put yourself first and make yourself happy first. So accept yourself now so that in the future, you and your partner can have less and less of hiccups, because you know who you are, you know what you want, and you know exactly where you guys have came from in the battle of life. I also feel like during these next 6 months, you'll go from one job stay there for a month or two, and then you're going to go off to the next job, which will be even more responsibility. But this next job will carry you to being able to move out in a period of a year or two. So pay attention to the applications that you're putting out after your first opportunity or your first job, because that job will carry you along when it comes to not just responsibility, but financial stability as well for the next year or two. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next. Thank you for watching.